Hey everybody, this is Justin with zZounds, and I am here with Dinesh, and we're going to talk about the brand new Mesa Boogie Mark IIC Plus and kind of the rollout of this new bad boy. So why don't you start us off with just like, what is the 2C Plus for anybody that might not know?
Well, this is probably the most highly sought after and coveted amp from the Mesa Boogie vault, the collection, right? The Mark IIC Plus. So a lot of people will probably classify this amp or think about this amp as the Metallica amp.
Yeah, yeah.
But really, it's got a lot more going on than just the metal stuff. You know, you get a lot more variety in the sound, meaning not just the high gain stuff, but there's a lot more choices on your cleans and like your in-between tones.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
like just crunch and like just fatter gain styles. They're not high gain, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
So what we have here is a pretty much, I mean, literally like probably an almost one-to-one replica. Like the guys at Mesa are really picky about, you know, not overselling something.
Okay.
So obviously there are certain things that you just can't do and build a certain way, but this is as close as you're going to get to an actual 2C Plus. To the point where Doug West himself up at Mesa played an original one, and they were A/B'ing these both back and forth, and he just couldn't tell the difference.
Oh, nice. So you guys were testing it on that level, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I got to say, that signature sound that everyone talks about, like what is the Mesa Boogie sound?
Yeah, the secret sauce there.
The secret sauce, I would definitely say the Mark is their sound, which is, if anyone doesn't know out there, you know, the cleans are going to be very Fender-esque, but they can get pushed into like Fenders on steroids kind of thing, that like black panel thing.
Yeah, way hotter, yeah.
Way hotter if you want. And then the liquid gain, right? Like the liquid,
gain,
smooth, sustaining gain.
Real squishy and stuff. Yeah.
Really articulate and just really, you know, smooth to the touch and really like goes with the player really well, you know? It's basically like a two-channel kind of amp, if you think about it. I've got a foot switch that you can go from the clean tone to the high gain, right, to the lead. And on the front panel, as you can see, it's you've got your volume, treble bass, mid-range, master, lead drive, and then lead master.
Okay, yeah.
So you can kind of balance those two out if you want. And then, of course, the legendary 5-band graphic.
Yes.
Yeah, so...
Which is just too damn fun to mess with.
Oh, my gosh. I mean, a little tweak goes a long way.
Yeah, yeah, we were both fiddling with it so much, being like, just, it's a little bit here, teensy little half, like a millimeter up or two, and notice the difference. Like,
I always tell people, you know, like with the Boogies, because they're so wide range with their EQs, and their EQs and the controls are intuitive with each other, tune it to your ears, dial it into your ears. You know, don't worry if the bass looks like it's almost off or the mid-range is all the way up. This all feeds into each other. With Mark amps especially, the treble and the mid-range and the presence controls are part of the gain stage.
Yeah, so it'll affect it.
All kind of affects it,
for sure. Which is great to play around with. So you can push it super hard that way.
Yeah, I mean, we live in the mid-range category as far as guitar players go, so just being able to move this middle 750 slider up and down, you're getting everything from like, you know, British style with the push mids to scooped mids, you know, so there's just a lot of range going on with that EQ. The cool thing about the EQ is that you can assign it just for the high gain channel, or it can be totally off, or it could be on just the whole time.
Yeah, and I actually didn't know that the switch over there was controlling that function, right?
Yeah, totally. And then there is an additional foot switch that you can control the EQ on and off with, and the reverb. So this amp does have tube-driven spring reverb.
Nice.
I don't know how they fit it in there, but it's in there. And on the back, you'll see like a master presence control. This is really interesting because the presence control is post, so it's the power section presence control.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So it's not part of the... Because I was wondering why just a little tweak of it would go such a long way, you know? And then it's like, okay, cool. That's only affecting like the post stage of the preamp.
Okay.
So it's like just the power amp is getting that final tweak of like, what do you want? You want more note definition? You want more clarity?
That's cool.
You want to darken it down?
That's cool. Yeah. And that would explain the placement of it on the back.
Totally. Totally. So it's a little smaller of a looking head, but it is a beast. It's a healthy 75 watts. or you can go to 25 watts in Class A.
Yeah. Okay.
And in Class A, you know, the best layman's terms I can tell you is it's basically we're using half the amount of the power tubes, 4 6L6s in here, and then the tubes are just getting pushed a little bit hotter. You know.
Okay.
So yeah, it's just really great to see this back. You know, the legend is back, basically. You know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You want to play some stuff for us?
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Yeah,
Yes,
we'd love
yes.
to hear this.
First things first, we just have the clean channel. Volume's at about 6, treble 6, bass 2, middle, what, 8, 8.5?
8.5. Yeah.
I'm keeping the volume very modest right now. So for those of you at home that are able to crank it up, I highly recommend it. But yeah, I think at around 2 or 3 it wants to like take off.
Yeah. Agreed.
But yeah, here's your clean with a little bit of reverb.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, just super clean if you want. And it's up there. It's at 6, you know. So if I push it a little bit more, maybe to 8, we might hear some hair.
Oh yeah, just throw out all your boost pedals. You know?
Yeah, and it's not harsh. You know, it's still staying in the realm of the
awesome.
amp.
It's awesome.
And then if we head over to the high gain, the drive is about 8 right now, and then the master is about 6. So that's
Nice.
that 22. You know, if I lower that, and then
heavy
back
scoop
up,
territory. Yeah.
opens it up. And then, you know, just to avoid some of the paper shred on the top. But yeah,
That's that hair metal tone right there.
I'll
yeah.
see people scoop that. I know, I just gotta have a little bit more.
Bump that 6600 for me on that. Play that.
With the scoop?
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, it's a different vibe.
Yeah.
It's a different vibe. I kind of like a little bit of the meat in the middle.
Yeah, it's way smoother. Yeah,
Now, talking about that liquid thing, you know, you get that. You can tell it's like a Mark I on steroids.
For
you
sure.
know? You know, so it has like, and like it wants to go.
Singing thing.
Now, you know, we're running in an ISO cab in the back, a 212 Recto with the mics, but there's monitors right here in front of us, but it's even with the monitors, like you're still getting the... Like it kind of wants to go a little bit.
Yeah,
you know?
man. Yeah, it sounds great.
So yeah, that's your lead drive there. And again, the in-between stuff that I was talking about, you know, bring this down. Push the mids up, maybe a little bit more of that. And then watch the mids here. Back down to 5. So even the mids are giving you kind of like low end as well.
I was gonna say that there's a lot of heft in there for that. You can tell it's interacting with it.
So then you got your deep switch.
Cool.
maybe. I think that would be great for like P90s or singles. So yeah, I mean, in a nutshell, man, I mean, it's back. The legend's back, you know. So
Good
for the
things to
collectors out there, for the fans of anyone from Metallica to Prince, that's the amp. And you know, as long as we can get the right components that really make a difference and that are proper, we'll keep making it. So I'm not saying it's limited, but I am saying I would probably hop on it while you can.
Yeah, for real.
Because you know, it's gotta we gotta make sure that every time we build one, it's done right.
Yeah,
You know?
for sure.
Yeah.
Well, I love it. Been a Boogie fan for a while now. Loved getting to play this. Loved hearing you play it. This is incredible. So thanks for spending some time with us, man.
My
and just
pleasure.
going through it.
My pleasure. No, excited again to get this out there, and thanks for coming by today and you know, doing a little spotlight for us.
For
on
sure.
it.
Well, yeah, always good to see you, Dinesh.
Likewise.
Guys, check out Mesa Boogie and the Mark IIC Plus over at zZounds.